CSI contains graphic images that may not be suitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to another episode of C.S.I. To my left is Nick, to my right is Riley, and I'm Ethan, the one that's going to be talking about the topic of interest today, which is Area 51. Now, a lot of people have been, curious of what actually goes on around there and what seems to be happening, and how it all starts, really, honestly. And this is how it begins, where basically all the towns around Area 51, which is actually an Air Force hangar for the government, starts seeing, flying saucers supposedly that aren't manned craft or, regular airplanes go by. A lot of triangular shapes form or take off from the hangar and come back from the hangar. And that's how you get supposed aliens, and therefore, I guess, I don't know, a lot of conspiracies and videotapes have been recorded upon it. That's why you see all the three lights, mostly the three lights of that. You get a lot more like lately, not lately, but probably like in the 90s and nowadays, you see a lot of ex-employees that have been engineers on the ships. Supposedly, it's all conspiracy through that, of working alongside aliens. Even in fact, there's been stories upon that from like 70s to 90s, like 94, and pretty much work on those, and not only work on them with the aliens, but see corpses of aliens themselves, and they have pictures uploaded supposedly. There's been crash landings.
Yeah, who hasn't heard of Area 51, right?
No one.
You say Area 51, and instantly people are like, oh, aliens, right? Like,
it's on the, like, Looney Tunes. It's on everything. Like, at any age, you're gonna know Area 51.
Yeah, so this is like a weird when it comes to like conspiracy talks in general, because it's like it's so talked about as if it were fact that alien stuff was going on there, that it doesn't even seem like a conspiracy anymore.
Right.
Not even, almost. Yeah, there's a lot of people say that the government tries to cover it up most of the time, because they're like, what's there to hide if there is nothing there?
Right. And for the last 30, 40 years, they say it's classified. But in 2013, the Freedom of Information Act, they had to disclose what was in Area 51. What do they do there? And it was testing experimental aircraft.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, if there were aliens, flying their flying saucers or whatever, oh no, that was us. We were test flying some different aircraft.
Yeah. That's nice, because it gives them an excuse on what things are. Yeah. But like that actually brought them like more suspicion for me. Like the fact that they're willing to reveal that it's experimental flying objects, right? They're experimental aircrafts, but like they have to keep it so so hidden. What's the big deal? You're flying aircrafts. I guess they could be war aircrafts meant for militant acts. So I guess that needs to be more secretive, but we've always been pretty open about what we're using in the military when it comes to aircraft. So, it screams aliens. It straight up screams that.
That kind of confirms almost from my opinion, I think it confirms some of the videos that you see around, the people that live in hometowns nearby Area 51, the hangar, and and all that. They have videos, and
the three light thing is talked all the time.
It's almost, it's universal. Anybody that sees like a three light thing, it's instantly UFO, aliens, like that. However, nowadays you don't know what you see is true or real or fake or what I mean.
Right.
But it's almost, to me at least, it seems as if by them exploiting that, it's like, well, then some of those videos that you see might be real, and that might be an aircraft of what you see upon that.
Aliens in general, they've kind of died out in recent years. But like in the 90s, I mean, science kind of brought that to life too. You have, you know, your crop circles and whatnot.
Crop circles were huge back, you know.
But now people kind of just shun off UFOs because, I mean, with the use of drone use, you know, by regular people, people seeing UFOs are like, oh, drone, okay. Except for like the ones that really come out today are like the massive ones when the whole sky is taken up of light, and like the three light thing still happens all the time. The three lights that fly in unison and take up the whole sky. Those are the ones that still come out today. But it's so tough now to believe things like that because of, you know, CGI, drones, the power that the regular man has today.
Is unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, back in like the 70s and the 80s, that was unheard of. So it makes sense.
Yes, I mean, really, when it comes down to Area 51, it's hard not to talk about aliens.
Yeah,
you know, it's
there's so many cases.
Yeah, people want to talk about like the conspiracy of what's going on in Area 51, but it's hard to think of anything other than aliens.
Right. I believe some other topics were time travel. Yeah. Some other.
I've even heard cloning or just, you know, that type of advanced technology being there.
Right. Yes, advanced technology that could really change.
Yeah.
The
public.
But
I've heard like, you know, that advanced technology is existing there from the help of aliens or extraterrestrials because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we've been. I mean, being able to travel at the speed of light.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty big too. Like that's one thing people have talked about. We've been working on aircrafts to travel that fast.
Yeah, supersonic speeds.
I've heard I've seen cases where people say how they're going the supersonic speeds around that area, and they're like, how is this possible? You know, I mean, or how are we? You know,
we've hit certain degrees of like that we're even using like military scenarios, but like we're not even in the remote like discussion of the speed of light.
Yeah,
like, not even. Like,
we're not even a sliver of the way,
I mean,
or we can't even get to the sliver there.
That's got to be being worked on somewhere.
Yeah,
I mean that's a goal, especially when it comes to even like astronauts, like NASA work and militant work.
Yeah,
right, and you know it would make sense that you know, aliens may crash land here. You know, they're taken to Area 51, and you know they are working with the aliens there at Area 51, and trying to figure out how their ships work, how they go faster than the speed of light, such things like that.
Yeah. I mean, I know. There's like Roswell. There's supposed, you know, crash sightings where aliens are being experimented on. There's supposed pictures of them, you know, diagnosing dissecting an alien themselves. And there's even ones where the body of the alien disappears or was burnt. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to believe it sometimes because sometimes evidence is just magically vanished or something along those lines. You know, it's hard for that's especially today in society. You know, not only the technology of what any human man can create, but people take a look back of what we thought was real. Like, oh, you know, maybe, you know, the evidence can't really truly be supported in a sense sometimes.
Yeah, at the time of Roswell, things didn't make sense then either. Like, I don't know. They call it as like a balloon, like a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Is what they like. I mean, there's been giant frisbees like that. There's been excuses like that.
Oh, there's been so many shapes.
Yeah, I don't think that one can really be completely just thrown away. The fact that Roswell seems very suspicious, but like when it comes to Area 51 and they're like, what we talk about with aliens, I think the lack of evidence is pretty apparent. We just kind of jumped to the conclusion that, oh, aliens, got it. So like Area 51, it could be anything.
Yeah.
It can be, yeah. I mean, I just feel like the base of, the first thing you think of Area 51 is aliens.
Right.
Because of how many of the cases that there have been. So there's something there. Everyone knows there's something has to be hiding.
Yeah, a lot more than just testing aircraft.
It's a lot more than just testing, and that's where, you know, speculations get put into place where what is there, what's the evidence we have already to conclude that there's something that we conclude upon, which is most likely aliens in those cases.
You know, and then they did admit that they're testing experimental aircraft, right? So, I mean, what are those?
Yeah. I mean, honest to God, that could be the most vaguest thing of them saying we're using alien technology that we've created to test those kinds of aircrafts.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
that's
trying to manipulate. We're trying to take their stuff and make
they
it
made that
ours.
very vague on purpose.
Right.
You know,
It's
for a
like what
reason.
you said at
They
the
can't.
beginning. If there's nothing to hide, then why are you hiding it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, like for like wars and you know things like that, which is it's fine, but like
when we hide something as a government, as a you know a state, it tends to either be either something that would completely change our population and could alter the way people react, causing outrage, or it's military. So I really don't see any other options between those two. Like, so it's either we're creating super powerful things as a military to, destroy people, right? Or it's something that would cause complete outrage and, distress amongst the population.
An apocalypse, something crazy.
Maybe they did, perfect a cloning technology. Maybe they did, harness time travel.
Yeah.
Which is obviously something that would cause outrage amongst the population. Like, it would be crazy.
Yeah.
But
it could be anything. It could be something as like, as simple as Black Ops missions,
Yeah.
It could be anything. But aliens is one to jump to, especially now that they released the fact that they are testing aircrafts.
Yeah. Hopefully, with more of the declassification of documents that come, I don't know what the rule is, however many years after they need to become public knowledge, then hopefully, we'll find more information about it.
About the time travel, I've read up on cases that literally have said how they have a time travel machine and they literally use people to go back in time or something to fix something that actually happened, so that the life we lived, we didn't know, what happened, to fix some certain things, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? That type of level.
Well, we're coming back to time travel, don't worry. Future episodes,
Yeah,
we'll have time travel.
Yeah, but the whole conspiracy of what is actually there, I mean, we'll never really know until the future, maybe. You never know.
I doubt it.
No, you won't. But
I think one of the most interesting things about Area 51 is, like, the size of it. Like, we are able as outsiders to see, like, the hangar, right?
The physical hangar.
Yeah,
yes,
like, people are like, well, it's not that big. Damn, I bet you that bitch goes down far.
Yeah, you go Google. You look at it on Google Earth, and you can see the hangar, and then it's just desert everywhere.
Yeah.
And there's I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
There's a huge widespread, like, that you can't access, right? I mean, there's a good distance that it's bordered off.
I mean, yeah, for military bases, you can't come that close, but there's nothing. And you're not allowed to come so close to nothing.
Tell you what, good luck trying to dig in the area of Area 51 because you're gonna get shot.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen vloggers. I've seen vloggers that have like, oh, we're gonna go to Area. You know what I mean? They're in the area. You get pulled over by government.
Well, yeah, there's people even the people that do tours, like that do like paid tours to go around Area 51. Like those guys, every once in a while get too close, and then the people with AK or not AKs, no M16s come up, and they stop you right away. So. I mean, it's obviously extremely bordered and controlled,
guarded,
and it's for a reason.
Yeah. People Google Earth, Area 51. There it is. You see the flat of it is, but there's more to it. There's hill. It's in Nevada, in the desert. It's in the mountains, hills.
Know,
it's middle of nowhere.
It's down.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I want to like jump to that conclusion that aliens, but I also am one of those people that's like, all these years, the size of space, like, we can't be the only ones, right?
Yeah.
I'm one of those people, like, we can't be the only ones. There's got to be more life somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if you guys ever heard the Drake equation. It is literally a equation a scientist one did to literally estimate the amount of extraterrestrial life form that's out in the universe. Yeah, I don't know what was involved or how.
Yeah, what could possibly calculate that?
Yeah, he did like the literally like the, I don't even know. It was something like what it would take to to have a habitable planet and like all of that and combined it all, and I guess it was like it was in the thousands. It was in the 100,000s at least. I think it was a lot.
Yeah,
I believe it though. That's the thing.
I do think. Well, I'm one of those people that I do think there's life somewhere. There's got to be life somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I also understand that the miracle that is Earth. Like, everything went perfect for Earth to happen, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Also, I mean, is there really another place that far along in technology that's able to get to us?
Yeah.
but we can't even remotely
I don't
read or track them. You know.
Yeah.
So like it takes a ton of technology to be able to find to even know there's something there. But being able to travel to it is a totally different question. And the fact that there's another life form out there that'll be able to do that, and there's aliens here now, I don't know. It seems pretty crazy to me.
It is crazy, but
I also don't really understand where the cliche flying saucer came from. Like, is that because we've seen one and then it started in cartoons and stuff?
well, then the movie Hollywood took that to another level.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, did we see sightings at Area 51 first, and then it became a cliche within cinema? Or...
I mean, there's always those pictures. You know, I saw a UFO, and all the UFO pictures, they do look like the typical flying saucer.
Flying disc.
I just don't understand how that cliche happened, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like to me like it's happening with like cartoons and cinema, and then we kind of jumped that we saw that at Area 51. You know, I don't know. To me, I don't know. Those things don't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I question what actually is going on at Area 51. I can't say that I've ever seen a flying saucer over there. So
I've never been there, so I can't really be one to judge.
my little bit of time there, I didn't see a flying saucer. I don't know.
But I know. I mean, if you ask every single human being that you know or anyone, they'll say something's going on in Area 51.
Oh yeah.
Everybody will say something's not right or something's a little off or fishy about Area 51.
If there's nothing to hide.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously something going.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to say, like, something bad. I'm not saying something bad, but there's something that needs to be hidden from, the American population for a reason.
Of the United States of America. Yeah.
That's there for a reason, whether it's aliens or not. I don't know. Let's do a quick round of fact or fiction. What we think about Area 51.
Okay.
What do we think? What do you think? Do you think aliens are at Area 51? Fact or fiction?
Oh man. You know, I do think there is a possibility that Area 51 is the hub for communication with aliens, whether that be them crashing and we experimenting on them, or maybe even just working with them in trying to figure out their flight technology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I honestly truly believe it though. Like, I mean, the ability, and I believe in some of the cases though. You know, the case the other day, or not the other day, but there was one. The guy said he discovered it.
Yeah, that he stole proof.
He stole proof.
Yeah, and he got thrown into a van, and you know.
Oh yeah, that one, and not even the other one where he said that he found like evidence of aliens, and he died.
Oh,
that one.
Yeah, that's a whole different conspiracy that we're gonna come back.
Yeah. But like that even brings up, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But again, Area 51, I believe aliens definitely not only have been there, but we also hold aliens there. I believe that, you know, and yeah, I mean, I think that everything. There is some fishiness about there, and I believe that there's something there, but not all of those things are true. I don't know about time travel. I don't know about cloning. I don't know about that. It's all speculation at that point. What about you?
Yeah, I asked a really heavily. This is a pretty loaded question.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that until I asked it.
No.
You know, I don't know. During this, like, I actually, before we started this episode, I was like, I totally believed in aliens, and now the way I just provided evidence of why aliens are really difficult to get here, I'm like, oh man, do we have aliens here?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I don't understand crashes. You know, you'd think if they had the technology to get here with their light speed, that they wouldn't crash in a simple-minded Earth.
My only defense would that be, like, I have no idea, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like the gravity, I don't know. But the
gravitational pull could be different.
Gravitational pull, they don't react. I'm not an alien, I don't know. But at the same
Also
time.
coming through the gases that you hit, like the radiations could mess up a ship.
Yeah.
Okay, you convinced me.
But,
okay.
but remember, they had the technology to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So it's tricky.
Like stuff like Roswell, I don't know. But whether it's even communicating with aliens and trying to do that, because that's obviously got to be a thing somewhere within the government. I mean, that's a goal, I imagine.
Have you ever heard of the WOW signal? Supposedly, we got a signal from far off of Saturn or Jupiter. It was Saturn, where they got a signal a radio wave signal, and they decoded it, and it said, "Wow." I'm dead serious. I literally had to teach my astronomy teacher this. Wow. Yeah, we'll have to look it up.
You know, maybe
high class communication.
You know, maybe the alien.
The aliens took a look at our planet. Wow.
Yeah, they came, saw everything that was going on, started coming back. We found them. They're like, wow. Why didn't you come closer? Wow.
we got to get out of there fast. Those guys are going down.
I don't know if that really helped with my believing in aliens.
No, I don't know. But that was a signal that was supposedly aliens, which is very yeah.
God. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I believe, because I seriously can't even give like you an answer to what I think is going on in Area 51. Like, if I had to say, I would say aliens too. Like, I would jump to that extraterrestrial, like, I don't know.
Type of, yeah.
I just think when it comes to like space and time, when you try to wrap your brain around such a thing, it's insane.
It's so hard to grasp around it because it's so massive in a type of, like, how does this physically work, or how is this possible?
Right.
Like it's like I ask myself, how big is the universe? I can't even.
Yeah, like even try to wrap your brain around that is insane. So like that's why conspiracies like this like kind of catch me off guard. Like the JFK assassination, when we talked about that last week, it's like that's people. Those are terrible humans.
Like there is
willing to act on something like that.
There's a logical answer deep down in there.
Yeah, like I understand humans acting like bad actions like that and hiding things, but when it comes to like something that's so crazy and we've never even seen before, it kind of messes with my head a little bit.
It's hard to believe in something that you can't see or have legitimate.
I'm somewhere in the middle.
I'm
somewhere in the middle between fact and fiction.
Yeah, like I said, there definitely is a possibility of extraterrestrials. Well, just of them, and then of them, wanting to communicate with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the conspiracy of aliens is one topic, Area 51's another, really. And, people tossing those together is just, Jesus. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, it's a lot. But, yeah, I mean, I think that's our breakdown of what we think of it. If you enjoyed this episode and like to see more, go ahead and subscribe up there.
Make sure you check out last week's episode of C.S.I. by clicking the box right there.
And if you're a fan of horror within cinema, television, and video games, make sure you click right there and check out our other podcast, Slash and Cast.
And as always, thank you for watching, and see you next time.